Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy, Delightful Kiss Boy, and today I'm just letting you guys know that I had to put Mr. Guster down today, which is very sad. I am pretty bummed about it, but figured I should let you guys know. I don't want to drag this out too much, But yeah, poor little dude was not doing too well, and basically took him into urgent care last week, and his kidney failure indicators were pretty bad. And then I took him into urgent care today, got more blood work, and all the indicators of kidney failure had doubled basically since last time. And I took him in because he just was refusing to eat anything. He was barely drinking water. He was really shaky and couldn't really do a whole lot. He fell asleep with his head in one of the little cups I left out for him. I was kind of leaving little cups of water around where he was sleeping for him to try to drink more. But yeah, just rapidly got really bad, kind of out of nowhere. There's not much you can do. So don't want to don't want to spend too long on this, but I just figured I'd let you guys know. My little buddy has passed on. And yeah, I mean, it's a bummer, but it was a blessing to be able to know him for the 2 years I got to know him. Yeah, I mean, he was just the sweetest little dude. And he loved tuna. I'll tell you that much. I mean, I couldn't really give him much. Just straight up tuna, because it wasn't good for his kidney. But when he got treated to a little tuna, he would be ecstatic. So if there's an afterlife, I hope that he's getting plenty of tuna up there. But I mean, yeah, he was just the sweetest little guy. And he was just funny too. I don't know, funny little dude. Funny little personality. Like, what he used to try to do is kind of predict which rooms I was going to go into and then run ahead of me into the room so he could be in there. Because for a while when I was working, I didn't want him to sleep in my bed with me, because I'm a super light sleeper, and so even though I wanted him to be able to, it was there's no way I was getting a good night's sleep with him in there, especially because I was slightly allergic to him. But but he always wanted to be in there, and when I became unemployed, I started letting him sleep in my room. But he would what he'd try to do is he'd try to run into the room if he thought I was going to go in there for the night. He'd hide under the bed so that I couldn't get him out of the room, and then he'd be in there, and so he would have won. He would have won, and he would have been able to sleep in the bed. But yeah, there's funny stuff like that, and he was just super friendly with everybody that he met. Just the most loving little kitty. And so like I said, don't want to get too in the weeds with it. I was pretty sad when it happened, but he went out peacefully. Yeah. And it's a lot better than just having, dragging it all out. Basically they said that he could be potentially hospitalized for multiple days, getting injected with, having catheters and fluid and pumped into him for days, for a very, very slim chance of that making any difference. And if it did make a difference, it's just kind of you're just kind of buying a little bit of extra time, because the injury to the kidney had just gotten so bad rapidly out of nowhere. So it would have been putting him through all this misery just for a few, maybe a month extra. And so I was just yeah, let's just rip the Band-Aid off, because he was just miserable today, So there you go. But I don't know. When I took him in today, I kind of saw that coming. I don't know. There was the off chance that it would have been some other type of sickness or infection. But then when they got the blood work done, it was there you go. That's it. But anyway, very sad, very sad. But I just wanted to say, if I get my soapbox for a sec, if you want to honor Gus's memory, next time you're considering adopting a pet, just consider the elderly pets at the shelter. I mean, so first of all, always adopt from a shelter, in my opinion. They're, getting crowded with animals that need homes, and adopt instead of buying from pet stores and that sort of thing, in my opinion, or breeders or whatever. And secondly, don't skip over the seniors. I understand it's hard. I can tell you it's hard to take care of a senior pet because they require more medical attention. And I mean, you just have less time with them, and it's unpredictable, and any number of things can go wrong. Like when I got Gus, he was about 11, 11 and a half or something like that. And then I had him for 2 years, and I thought that I would have had longer potentially, but I mean, I got him when he was pretty old, and then when I took him to the vet, after I got him, they were like, yeah, he's got like early stages of kidney failure. And so not much you can do except trying to keep him drinking water and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah, so 2 years, very short period of time. It's a gut punch when they go, but they need some loving, they need some good homes, people to take care of them, and people oftentimes just kind of gloss over them, the elderly ones. And some of them are so sweet, you go in there, you meet them, it's the sweetest little pets, and then people just want to adopt them. So, just request, just go and meet the older pets when you're out there, and and consider adopting them. That's all I got to say. But sorry for the sad news. I'm pretty sad about it myself. I'm a little just tired, honestly. Today was a bit of a whirlwind. Went into the urgent care. I mean, I had just taken him to the vet last week. I went into urgent care today, but they had like I was waiting for like 4 hours to get him looked at because they had surgeries. It's like, I'm not blaming them, it's just like they're busy. They're overloaded. But it was like, I'm just waiting this entire time with Gus, and he's just, zonked. And now I'm zonked because lost my bud. But there you go. That's how it goes. But hope you all are doing well, and spend some time with your pets tonight, Make them, let them know you love them. So, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Hey, Gus.